Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to An Orange Life. Thanks for tuning in. This is Deanna. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. All right, guys, you see the thumbnail. I'm just going to jump right in. This whole thing with Cardi B and Offset is insane. Now, let's start from the beginning. I'm going to start with Offset because Cardi B is going to take a little longer. Um, Offset, we know, is from the group of Migos, which consists of Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff. Rest in peace to Takeoff. That was such a sad thing. But anyway, um, the Migos, when they were out, was a very popular hot group. I mean, they basically their sound when the Migos came out, their sound started a different sound in rap. Their style, their sound. That's why they did so well. They did so well because what is it? Bad and Bougie, um what is it? Stir Fry. Like they got a few hits. And the Migos did very well for themselves. They were like the hot group at during their time. Now, Offset has, I'm not sure how many baby mamas he has. I know he has more than one because he has the girl and the two boys, but I don't know if any of these children share the same mother or if it's three different baby mothers. So I know that he has three other children by other women before, Cardi came in the picture. So, he has three children. Unfortunately, Takeoff is no longer here. The group split up even before anything happened with Takeoff. So there were some issues amongst the group. uh, Offset has been struggling career wise as far as music is concerned. He's still in the public eye, but as far as music is concerned, he's still struggling a little bit. He's put music out, but I think what it is with Offset, I think the sound that the Migos has is no longer relevant now because as we know with music, music changes and it doesn't, you have your different eras of music. Like, we've had disco and, just different things that come and go, techno and house music and, different things. So different sounds come and go. And I think with Offset, I think he's having a problem trying to land somewhere as far as music because even Quavo is not really doing music right now. The last song he had it with Takeoff. He's not really doing any music, and Offset, his music post the Migos has not been doing well. So, you know, Offset has a history. He's been to prison before. He's no stranger to courts or prison. Excuse me, he's no stranger to the street life. And because Offset is from Atlanta or the Georgia area. I'm not sure if he's from Atlanta itself, but he is from Georgia. So he's from where Lil Baby is from, and some of these other rappers. So you know, Offset did pretty well for himself with the Migos during his time, and then he wound up getting with Cardi B. Now, see, Offset was uh humping around before Cardi B. He has a couple baby mamas. He has been, if you go back and look at any sort of what is it, any sort of gossip news from before he got with Carly. Offset was with different women. You could see him with different women, and nobody really paid Offset any mind with these women because a lot of them were either IG models or he wasn't with a celebrity per se. They were IG girls, whatever, industry girls, IG girls, girls that make their rounds in the industry. So anyway, that's what Offset was. Uh, Offset never gave me husband. Never gave me that. He gave me hoe, but not husband. So, hmm, excuse me, I had to drink some water. Like I said, I don't edit my videos. This is real life. Um, he never gave husband to me. I like the Migos music. I have some of their tracks in my Spotify. I will play it sometimes. And because Bad and Bougie is still a bop. That's still my thing. So that's Offset. Okay, it's not a whole lot to tell with Offset. He's your typical rapper, not nothing too crazy or whatever. It's the same thing, the same starter pack. A chain, a IG model, some money flashing, a foreign. The same thing. Now let's dig into Cardi. Cardi is from New York, and Cardi was a stripper. Now, my daughter and I were following Cardi before she even went on Love and Hip Hop. My daughter and I were following her because she was hilarious. She used to do lives in the back of taxis and in the bathtub and at the strip club when she was done, she would be getting dressed and doing lives. Cardi B was so funny and hilarious. I liked her back then. I liked her because I still like Cardi. Don't get me wrong. It's just Cardi's just she can't handle fame. But Cardi was funny back then. She was funny to watch. I enjoyed her back then, and I was so happy for her when she made it to Love and Hip Hop. And I was even happier for her when she was successful with Bodak Yellow because I've been following her for years. So I was like really happy and excited for her. So you know, uh, so Cardi comes on the scene. Now let me explain this about strippers and women in the sex industry because a lot of people don't know what goes on underneath with the sex industry. Now, I've interviewed women who are in the sex industry. I interviewed many, many women in the sex industry. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've interviewed all kinds of people. And I've interviewed, strippers. I've interviewed, prostitutes. With just the whole thing. So, uh, women in the sex industry, I'm not going to sit here. Of course, it's easy for us to say they have low self esteem. It's not just that. Women in the sex industry, a lot of them have experienced trauma and significant trauma because that's the only way they're going to be able to strip and do some of these things. When it comes to the sex industry, it is not normal for a woman to want to take her clothes off in front of a room full of men. The only time a woman can do that, like I said, is she had to have some trauma, had to have had, excuse me, some trauma in her past, whether it was domestic violence, whether it was SA. It's something there. Neglect. It's something there. Nobody grows up in middle America happy, healthy, and says, you know what? I think I'm going to go be a stripper. No, it doesn't work that way. Nobody grows up happy and healthy. Everybody goes through something. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how great your family is. Everybody experiencing something in life. That's why it's called life. So, what I'll say is no one grows up not excuse me, not that. What I'm saying is women in the sex industry, they usually experience things worse than others, which will enable them to do these things. Because I've experienced domestic violence. I haven't experienced SA, but I have experienced domestic violence. That's not a reason for me to go take my clothes off. Now, mind you, I was asked to do that when I was younger in my 20s, and I did experience DV in my 20s, but that wasn't a reason for me to go get on a pole. I still had enough self respect for myself not to even do that. I would get a job at McDonald's before I do that, and I never worked fast food. I'm just saying that I would have done that. If that's what I would have had to do, that's what I would have done. I would have never taken my clothes off in front of a room full of men and dance and have men touch me and putting money. No. And I'm not, and this is the thing, I'm not putting women down who do that. I understand why they do it. I understand. A lot of these women are already broken and sometimes they can't see beyond what's in front of them. So the reason why I say that is because more than likely, and I'm not saying this is true, I'm just saying historically, women like Cardi B who have been in the sex industry because she was a stripper, they never feel that they're good enough. And when I say they never feel that they're good enough, the men that they're with, if their man is attracted to, other women, or if they cheat with other women, and that woman is not in the sex industry and she's more wholesome. When I say wholesome, I don't mean, you know, the girl next door. I mean a girl that is not in the sex industry. A girl that maybe has a good job, or a girl that maybe is sells stuff online, or, a real estate girl, whatever. Just a baddie with a job. So this is why Cardi B is spinning out of control, because the women that Offset is cheating on her with, I don't believe they're strippers. Now, one of the girl was a bottle girl, but I don't think that she was taking her clothes off. Being a bottle girl wearing skimpy clothes is not the same as being a stripper. However, you still have to walk around basically half naked to be a bottle girl, because they wear little skimpy outfits too. But at least they don't have to take their clothes off for, the men. So I believe the girl's name is Jade. She's a bottle girl, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Takashi 69 baby mama. Now, girls like I'm not going to get so much into Jade, because girls like Jade, they're a dime a dozen. They're groupies. They go around hooking up with rappers or whoever, so that, having a baby, trying to get a bag, so they don't have to work or whatever. So there's a lot of girls out there like Jade. There's and that's for the entertainment world. If those are the girls that they want over there, let them have them. Who cares? So anyway, girls, women like Cardi B in the sex industry, they don't think that they're good enough, especially when they try to clean their life up. And a lot of times these girls profess, like Cardi. Cardi says, "Oh, I was a stripper and I did this and I did that." A lot of times they do that as a defense mechanism so that you don't bring it up. So they like to put it out on Front Street because they don't want nobody pointing at them saying, "Well, you was a nasty stripper." So what they do is they say, "Okay, well, I was a stripper." And they'll come right out and say, I was a stripper, or I was on OnlyFans, or this and that, because they don't want nobody coming back to them and saying it and throwing it in their face and try to make them feel bad about it. So what they do is they talk about it as if they're proud of it or it doesn't bother them. But in reality, these girls cry at night. A lot of them need drugs and alcohol to go to sleep. A lot of them can't even stand to be sober sometimes. So, excuse me. So a lot of these young women, it's not as sweet as they like to make it out to be, that they show the public on social media. So anyway, excuse me, having said that about Cardi, because I think that's important to say, because that plays a role in Cardi spiraling online. But the only problem with all of this back and forth with this is that there are 6 children involved between the two of them. Offset has 3 before he came, and now he has 3 with Cardi B. So there are 6 children between the two of them, and they're online with this buffoonery and craziness. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, Now what's going on with Cardi B? I'm going to tell you. First of all, Offset and Cardi B, and I'm going to say alleged because I can't put a receipt up that says, Offset and Cardi B were arranged. I don't, have that receipt. But word on the YouTube streets is that they were a setup, because Cardi came in the industry. She was new, she was hot at the time. The Migos were hot at the time. They were on the same label, I think, either management or label. Some kind of way they still wind up. They were either, I think they was with Pete from Quality Care. I think Quality Care. Quality Control. I'm not sure where Cardi fits in. I'm not sure if she's with Quality Control or if they're under the same label, because Cardi has a 360 deal. I don't know about Offset, but Cardi definitely had a 360 deal. I don't know if she still has it, but I know she had it. So I know that her and Offset, they share, something. So anyway, They were put together to date, be seen, because if you remember, they was, seen at basketball games and this and that. So they started being able to be, you're starting to see them out. Now, what's going on is their relationship was something that they said, listen, why don't you two date, see where it goes, see if you could take this further. It would be good if you two were together. You could be a power couple like Jay and Bay, that kind of thing. So these are the things that was probably said to them by the powers that be over there, because this is what they do. When you're in the entertainment world and when you're a big investment, they want to make sure they keep getting paid on their investment. So they do things, they probably align them two together, and they got endorsement deals and this type, they figure, hey, they can make music together, they'll get endorsements, all this stuff will go on. They can go on tour. Like, this is probably what they were thinking initially when they put these two together. They figured the Migos was hot at the time, Cardi B was new on the scene, and she was hot at the time. Put them two together and see what we come up with. They wanted another J and Bay. But see, the problem is that it seems like Cardi B fell in love. And it seems like Offset didn't. That's what it seems like to me. And I think with Cardi, I know, I don't nobody have to tell me. I know that Cardi is more hurt than Offset. And how I know that she is and how I know this is killing her is because of what she did recently. Doing something like that when y'all share children and y'all are not even divorced, that comes from a place of hurt and pain. Because when you're hurt, you want other people to hurt. Then I'm not saying everybody does that, but what I'm saying is some people are like that, and Cardi strikes me as that type. Cardi is the type that would be, that would be vindictive. She's that type, and that's what she's doing. Because for her to send a video of her getting back shots from, I'm not sure. It's rumored to be Quavo, and I could be wrong. I don't know who the man is, because I don't know for a fact if it is Quavo. They said Quavo because Quavo was seen with Cardi B throwing money in a club recently, so that's why they're saying Quavo. So I don't know if it was actually him or not, but for you to do that, that's a lot of hurt and pain, because you want him to feel what you're feeling. But the only thing is, Offset, I'm not saying Offset wasn't upset behind that, because men don't like that kind of stuff. They don't like, he has 3 children with her, and he may not be in love with her the way she's in love with him, but I believe that Offset had love for her, but he just wasn't in love with her. And I think all of her antics was a problem for him too. And from what I'm hearing, allegedly his family didn't like her, so I don't know what all that is about. But what I will say is that Offset was not in love with Carly. I don't think he ever was, because he was cheating on her before they got married, after they got married, you know, just the whole time. And see, this is the thing. When you love a woman, especially when you're a celebrity. Now, we ain't gonna talk about regular folk. When you're a celebrity and you're in the public eye, you're gonna have people sign NDAs. You're not going to be out here being photographed. That's something you're not going to do. If you value what you have and you're trying to protect your marriage, your brand, your family, that's something you're not going to do. Offset was out here cheating in the open, basically, because every time he cheated, he got caught. So it's like he didn't really care. Offset didn't care. He really didn't take a lot of precautions with his cheating. He really didn't. And from what I'm hearing, Offset said that she cheated too, but I believe that she cheated, as retaliation for Offset doing it, because Cardi is definitely hurt. She has spiraled on social media. Now, this has been going on for a while with this spiraling on social media, because Cardi then crashed out so many times throughout the last year or two on social media. It's ridiculous. And It's unfortunate because I liked Carly, and it's sad to see her. I remember where she started and where she is now. And there's still a part of her that's still there, but it's a lot of her that's just gone. It's sad. It's just sad to see. It's sad to see Cardi go out like this because I really like her. She has some beautiful children, and I think that's just sad. That first of all, they shouldn't have never gotten married. That's at the top of the list because Offset is not husband material. Like I said, when I look at him, I don't see husband, I see hoe. And as far as Cardi is concerned, I think Cardi needed to find herself before she got married to anybody. I think she needed to come into her career. She needed to, be more stable in her career before she got married and started having children because she started having children right away. She was pregnant with Culture right away. She wasn't even married that long before her pregnancy was announced because she was twerking at Coachella, doing Bodak Yellow. I think she was twerking at Coachella, and I think she was what 7, 8 months pregnant then. So, I don't think that Cardi should have done that. But however, listen, this is the industry. This is the stuff that they do now. Another thing with Cardi is I think Cardi had this is what I believe because I've watched a lot of her videos and I've listened to Cardi B a lot. I've been following her for years. Cardi B actually wants to have that normal life. And when I say normal, she wants a husband, kids, home. Cardi B enjoys her life as a mom. I really think that she does. And I think that she does not, I think there's certain things she wants to do in her career. And I think that rap is not one of them. And it's very clear because she hasn't had an album since. But Cardi doesn't want to rap anymore. Cardi, and in my opinion, she shouldn't. The reason why I say she shouldn't is because she hasn't. And if you haven't, then you might as well pivot because Rihanna's not doing any more music. So if Rihanna's not doing music anymore, Rihanna's still very wealthy with her other lines. Cardi needs to go ahead and just transition into brands and things like that to maintain her money because that's what she really wants to do. Cardi B is a good influencer. That's how she started. So I think Cardi would do well with doing, being the face of different brands and things like that. And she needs to see Cardi kept saying, "Oh, my album is coming, my album is coming, my album is coming." She should stop doing that because Rihanna ain't say that. Rihanna ain't gonna keep saying her album is coming. Rihanna ain't said her album was coming. Child, I don't know when the last time. I don't know when the last time Rihanna said something about an album coming. But the point is that Cardi doesn't want to do music anymore. She actually doesn't. I don't think Cardi ever really enjoyed music. I think what it is, when I say enjoyed, I mean enjoyed being the rapper. I think Cardi B enjoyed the spotlight. She enjoyed being taken to that level. But as far as being a rapper, she was never really a rapper. She was just trying to find her way in. And she was able to find her way in on Love and Hip Hop. She figured rap would be a good way to get in. She know these guys. She knew DJ Self out of New York. He's a DJ, producer, whatever. She knew him, who was pretty popular and big at that time in New York around the time she was trying to be down, with rapping. So he helped her out and everything else. So this is what she did at the time. But Cardi is better at influencing than music, and Cardi wants to be the respected wife and working mom and homemaker. That's what she wants, and I think Cardi thinks she's not good enough for that. I think underneath it all, Cardi thinks, I think a part of the reason why she's so hurt also is because she doesn't want to look like a failure in front of the world. She's probably sitting back thinking all the things that she's done with Offset, for Offset, and everything else. And because she crashed out about that before because she said all the things I've done for you over and over again and all this stuff. And see, this is the problem because the girls that Offset mess with, they don't do nothing but just sit there and look cute. And Cardi kept doing too much for Offset. That's the problem. One thing about men, I've said this many, many times. Men do not feel good about themselves unless they are the breadwinners. Cardi made the biggest mistake when she gave Offset $1 million for his birthday when they went in a refrigerator. I think she put it in. I think she put it in a refrigerator. She gave him $1 million and she put it up on social media. That was the dumbest thing you could do because of the fact men don't respect that, and I don't even think Offset respects Cardi. He don't respect Cardi because the cheating stuff alone, the stuff he says out his mouth, the text messages. There was a text message that he was talking to her like she was a paid escort, telling her to bend over. This I was like, oh God, So he never respected Cardi, and Cardi was so like most women was eager to get married and have a family, and she thought she was going to have this great life. But it started off wrong because Offset was cheating before they got married. And plus, Offset wasn't somebody that she chose. They were arranged, but it wasn't like she was like, oh, it's not like they met at a Hollywood party and they've been together ever since. That's not what happened. They were arranged, they were put together to see what would happen. And they both agreed to it because at that particular time, they were both hot. So if they're telling you, listen, y'all two get together, y'all could be the next Jay and Bay. And Offset was like, okay, cool, I want to keep this train going. And Cardi B was like, that sounds good because I want to be married, whatever. So that's what I said, because there's too many things that are coming out that shows me that Offset never respected Cardi. When it was something about Cardi said something about you didn't take up for culture with your baby mama. It's some stuff going on. The mother stole from her. Like it's some stuff going on behind the scenes. So that's why I said, excuse me, it's a lot going on back there. But what it is that Cardi has put in way more than what Offset has. And that's why Cardi is spiraling and doing what she's doing. Because if you notice, one thing about Offset, yeah, he be out here cheating or whatever, and yeah, he got caught, but he doesn't throw things in Cardi's face, though. That's the difference. Cardi threw it in his face. The worst thing you could do to a man, this man gonna go low on Cardi. I'm sorry, this is gonna get real nasty and ugly because you cannot send a man a picture of another man plowing you to a man you still married to. Now, even though Offset, wasn't a good husband and he didn't respect her, it's just certain things as a woman you don't do. Now, I know it's some women out here, oh yeah, Cardi, she did her big one and this and that. That's not cute. It ain't funny. And it's very low vibrational and it's going to backfire. And the reason why it's going to backfire is because there are 6 people that it's going to backfire on. Because the simple fact, at the end of the day, we close our phones and our laptops and we go to sleep. Those kids got to grow up and live with that. That's going to be on the internet forever. 5, 10 years from now, we'll be doing whatever in our lives. We ain't no telling where Cardi B and Offset going to be, but those kids are going to be older. And this stuff is going to be all online because you're not going to be able to scrub everything. It's too much stuff. People got videos all over the place. You're not going to be able to scrub it. And these kids are going to hear and see all this stuff that their parents are out here doing online. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And then you wonder why these celebrity kids grow up crazy. Look what they're going through. Look what's going on. I care more about their kids' mental health than they do. Cause what it is, Offset has basically been quiet until Cardi B starts again. You don't hear nothing out of Offset. And I'm not saying Offset being quiet is a good thing. I'm just saying Offset is not out there like really saying some foul things until Cardi gets started. You kind of don't hear nothing out of Offset. Now I knew something was wrong when Offset did not show up to court with Cardi. I'm like, why didn't he go to court with his wife? Because she did that for him. But you know what it is? He didn't go because he really likes that girl because he's still with her. He didn't go because he was mad at Cardi for doing that. I believe he cares more for Jade than he does for Cardi. That's what I believe. And I think she knows that. And I think that's why she's flipping out. And I'm not going to say Jade, it's the other girl, Pre or something. One of them girls, it's either Pre or Jade, Offset really like, because he ain't get that girl up yet. He's still seeing that same girl. He ain't give her up yet. And he been seeing her for years. So I think he really liked the girl. I don't think he want to wife her or nothing, but I think he likes her though. I don't think he likes Cardi. I don't. I don't think he likes Cardi. Because he doesn't even respect her. I don't think he does. So because I always thought about that. Why he didn't show up for court? Not one court date. She's had several different court dates, and he showed up to not one of them. So I was like, that's odd. But then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? He probably liked that girl. Because I heard that. Let me tell you something. I heard that Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff were all nice to women. Like when they, be out in the VIP and all that. I heard that they treat women very nice. That's what I heard. I heard that they're gentlemen. I heard that they don't like they not doing stuff that Diddy do. I heard that they don't force women to do anything or nothing like that. There was a while ago, it was this IG girl that did a story time about Quavo. This was years ago when the Migos was hot. And she talked about how nice he was and how he treated her and her friends and how, they never even had sex. He was just really nice to them and they went out for the evening and everything else. So that's why I said I heard that, the guys Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff, they had like good hearts. They weren't like mean. They weren't like mean and nasty. I didn't get that. I didn't hear that from them. And so I believe that Offset was upset with Cardi about that because he wasn't around. Now I could be wrong. Maybe Offset was on tour, but I doubt it because people be on tour all the time and still come back for court dates. So I doubt it. I really believe he was upset with Cardi about that because he didn't go. And this is not going to go well. This is going to end bad, and somebody is really seriously going to get hurt, and I'm afraid it's going to be them kids at the end of the day, because this is insane. This is out of control, and I'm kind of tired of it. And I wish that Cardi B would just stop. I don't know why nobody will take her damn phone because I'm tired. And back in the day, I know some of y'all probably won't remember this, and I'm telling my age. They used to have PR people. They used to have, what is it called? Crisis. What is it called? Um, Damn, what is it called? They used to send in like a crisis team, like when a celebrity does something that messes up their image. They would come in and have them like do different things to turn their image around. They don't do that no more. They used to have, what is it, crisis prevention teams or something? Not crisis prevention, but like some sort of PR crisis team they used to bring in. Labels don't invest in that no more because they don't even do artist development anymore. Stuff like that. So they don't do these things with their top artists anymore. They used to do that with top artists. Whenever there was some sort of scandal or issue, they would hurry up and run in and fix the problem and, spin it, give it good PR, whatever. They don't do that no more. So that's why I said, this is bad. This is bad, y'all. And it ain't going to get no better. Tell you that right now. It ain't going to get no better. But I'm gonna get off of here now because this is just really bad here. It's not going to end well. Cardi B needs to go into therapy 6 days a week, and on Sunday she need to rest. And Offset needs to just go on with his little happy life, whatever he gonna do. But Cardi really needs to take some time for herself and stop this because she has girls to raise. And do you want your daughters to grow up? You're their mother. So do you want your daughters to grow up and say, well, mom, you did it? Because that's basically what these girls are going to say. You crashing out online, acting real crazy. And what's going to happen is your girls are going to grow up. And as soon as they do something, they're going to say, well, mom, you did it. That's what they're going to say. And what can Cardi say? She can't say anything. So it's just really sad. It saddens me to see Cardi go out like this because all this. See, this is the thing. All this energy that Cardi's putting into all this argument, all said you could have put out a banging album. That's a You could get some good songs in there about no good, ends and all this kind of stuff. You could be doing that. Like you should take your pain and turn it into something. Listen, ain't nothing like an old Mary J. Blige song when she was high and heartbroken. Ain't nothing like an old Keisha Cole song when she was heartbroken. Child, ain't nothing like a K Michelle song when she was heartbroken. Child, take that pain and turn it into money. That's why I said these women, I don't understand these women. Because if it was me, I would take my pain, I start writing down stuff, consult a few writers. I would come out with an album, and that album, it wouldn't be a whole album of just bashing. I would give it like some sort of theme. Like I would start off being heartbroken, and then at the end, I'm emerging like a phoenix. Like call your album The Phoenix, and have yourself coming out of a cocoon on the album cover. And child, you could have made money off of this. You could have made money. All this going on, you could have put that all on a track and made money. But no, this is what you're doing. You could have got somebody to sing. You could have got who's our singers? We could have got Summer Walker. You could have got SZA. You could have got what's the girl name? Coco Jones. You could have got any of these big R&B girlies to sing, and then you do your rap. You could have did a slow, because it's not a whole lot of slow rap ballads. You could have did a slow rap ballad with one of them singing. Girl, you could have made money. You had to make sure them lyrics was hitting. Make sure that those lyrics was hitting where other women would listen to it and say, damn it, that's me. Yeah, he did me wrong. Damn it, he did it. That's right. Sing it, Cardi. And you'll be having girls rapping around here the same way they rapping Gorilla. But see, they don't know how to do that. Women like Cardi, they so caught up in their own pain, worrying about a man, so male identified, they can't get themselves together to see the bigger picture. Because if that was me, I would take all that pain. I would sit in a room with no TV, no phone, no radio, no nothing. Just me and a lamp and a pen and paper. And I would sit there and feel my pain and write down every pain, everything I thought about. Everything I did, everything he did, all of that, and I've turned that into a damn album. That's what I would do, and I would know how I want the album to go, because I would start off the album with you with us being happy, then we're divorced and you put me through hell, then I'm crying, then I'm coming out on the other side better. I would have did a whole album, and child, please. Let me get off of here because that's why I said they let the wrong people do things. I should have been Cardi B, but me being me though. I should have been Cardi B because that's what I would have been doing. Y'all have got some banging music out of me. Because I don't know what's wrong with these people. Because y'all got to learn to turn pain into dollars. Because that's what I would do. So anyway, especially if it's your pain, not nobody else's. So that's why I said, listen. But anyway, let me get off of here because I got to get y'all this other video too. I got to get this stuff out. Support group link is below. You need a therapeutic call, that is below also. I'm not, all right, I'm going to explain the therapeutic call in case we get some new people. If you are interested, let me just say this, a therapeutic call is that you can click the link below and you could talk with someone about various things. You don't have to, you could get advice. Somebody can just listen to you. You can get advice if you ask. If you want someone to just listen to you, you can have that too. And it's many things we do with the therapeutic call. So that's why I said a therapeutic call is designed to help you get to a better place in life. A therapeutic call helps you sort out your thoughts and feelings and helps you come up with a plan so that you can lead a more positive and happier life. That's what it is. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I'm tired. I've been up since 3 a.m. I went to work today. This world is insane with all the stuff that just happened. New Year's Day and the day after. It's all a mess. But guess what? Everybody, please keep your head up. Please be careful. Pay attention because we're on high alert here now. It seems like it's a lot going on. So people, please pay attention. Be careful. Be safe. And don't be afraid. Just be careful. That's what it is. Don't be fearful because that's what they want. Don't be fearful. Just be careful. That's all. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all take care, and I'll be back again. Have a good one.